Hello and welcome to Conversations. I'm Robin Torres, your host. Our guest today is Rick Phillips of Rick's Barbershop. Rick is a Kansas City, Kansas native and entrepreneur. Rick was encouraged to start his own business after nearly 15 years of being a barber in Kansas City, Kansas. He has a long list of loyal clients and lots of support in our community and from his family. We are very excited to hear Rick's journey of becoming a very successful entrepreneur. Welcome, Rick, and thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
So prior to owning your own barbershop, you worked at a local barbershop for a number of years. What led you to that profession of cutting hair?
Well, when I moved to Texas, I started cutting my own hair. I didn't know anybody, so I got better and better, and people started wanting me to cut their hair. So when I moved back to Kansas, I went to barber school, and that's how I started.
Okay. So did you have any reservations about starting your own business? Now, how long were you at the other barbershop?
I was at the other barbershop for 17 years.
Okay.
And it's just about a lot of negative talk. It really pushed me to strive me to get in my own business.
And so you had a lot of positive talk too. A lot of people
yes,
in your ear telling you.
A lot of positive talk too,
Okay.
and that kind of pushed me there.
What were
too.
some of the comments that you heard from people who were pushing you to do this?
Well, they told me, actually they thought I ran that shop where I was at, and they said I did a good job. I'm a people's person, so they really kind of pushed me out there, give me positive talk.
Okay, so you've been in the business 17 years, so you got to know the ins and outs of the business part of it, not just the barber part of it. As
Right.
far as is it vendors involved? And
Right. When I started it, the guys worked at, he's the owner of Evelyn's Beauty Supply.
Okay.
And he kind of furnished me with chairs and mats. So that's why I started with that.
Okay. So we all have people that talk negative, like you said. How do you brush those comments off and continue on with your plan to be an entrepreneur? Because that's a big step for a lot of people to take.
Yeah, it's a big step. I mean, first of all, I prayed a lot to get a lot of negative off of me, because it can bring you down. And basically I just stepped out there on faith.
Okay. Your family behind you? 100%?
Supportive,
okay.
Yes. Very supportive.
And you had a lot of close friends?
Yes, close friends.
So what would be involved in starting your own business? And I know that you have a business plan and get your finances and everything. What was one of the first steps that you took? Well,
me and my wife sat at the table and gathered all our bills and debt and all that. So we took care of our debt first. Took care of everything, and then that's when we moved on out there.
Did you have did you talk with a loan officer at a local bank as far as?
Actually, we didn't need a loan, so everything came out of our pocket. So we went and got a business plan, and
when you say business plan, did you do it yourself? Because I know they have people who do it for you,
right? We have people,
and other people also try to do it themselves. So.
Right, and we paid for somebody to do it for us. And after we did that, we found out we really didn't need it.
Okay, what would the fee run for someone?
I think it was between $1,200 to $1,500.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Professional business writer.
Right, professional.
Now you also worked with the Urban League.
Right. We work with them. They're supposed to guide us through how to be an entrepreneur, and they did a pretty good job.
Okay. Were there classes that you took?
It was classes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Free?
Yes.
Charge?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So finding a location. Tell me about the process of finding your location.
Well, my wife and mother stayed across the street from where we're located at, and we decided just to go look at the buildings. Had a lot of empty buildings at the time, and we was looking in the window, and a guy came up behind us and asked us if we wanted to look in. It kind of startled us, so we told him yes. So we looked in, and when we was in there, he kept saying, "Don't be afraid. Just give me a price. Give me a price. Don't be afraid." And so right then we knew basically we had it.
Okay, so you named your price.
Yes.
And that was based on what he, in the figure or in the range that he thought was acceptable.
Right. We kind of met each other.
You met each other in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what did you prepare, how did you prepare the building for putting a barbershop there?
Well, we have a contractor. He's close to the family. Basically, he came and did everything by himself as far as building, and kind of did everything on his own.
Who designed the plan? I mean, did you go in and design the color scheme and where?
Yeah, me and my wife, we kind of had that already wrote out how we wanted the shop to be and to look like, and so we had it all on plan, and we showed him, and then he went from there. Mm-hmm.
So you and your wife put this together.
Yes.
What kind of theme were you working with? Because I know that every barbershop looks different. So
right.
What kind of theme were you working with?
Well, as far as people, we wanted, all types of people as far as race in there. And we just put it all together.
So
really.
You're pretty diverse in
yes.
your,
Mm-hmm.
in your barbers. Now, when you started, how many barbers did you start with?
Actually, we started with 3 barbers and me, made 4.
And who were these barbers? Did you know them before?
Yeah, one guy, he really taught me how to cut, and we went to school together. And the other 2, when I was at the barbershop where I worked at, they'd come in to me because they heard that I wanted to start my own business, and so they'll come in and talk to me, and I pulled them with me.
Okay.
So.
Talk to you about
getting a spot in the shop.
Okay. So they wanted to come along with you.
Right.
By word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
From you at the other shop, saying that this is what your plan was.
Yes.
Okay. So how does the process go when the barbers come in to work? They're independent contractors?
Yes.
They are.
Independent contractor. Really, that space where they're setting, that's their office. So they pay me weekly. It's different than a salon. So.
How do you determine that fee that they will pay you?
The fee?
Yes. Or for their booth. How do you determine how much they pay for their booth space?
Well, we did all the figures for us towards the rent. So we just put it together, and basically they pay weekly.
Okay. And so they pay weekly and bring in their own clientele.
Right.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, is there any competition there as far as?
Not really, because we all kind of close and we help each other, especially when the new younger barbers come in. So we all kind of make sure everybody's on the right track.
Okay. Well, we're going to go to break, and we'll be back, and we're going to talk to you some more about owning your own barbershop. And we'll be back with conversations in just a little bit.